How y'all doing? Thank you for watching YouTube. It is I, Master of Earth, and I'm here again for another lovely divine video. Guys, in all honesty, my channel, what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to bring as much awareness as possible. All I want to do is make people aware of things that are suppressed, things that are under the radar, things that, because we're in such a we're in a dormant state, guys. Right now people are alive, but in reality they're dead. In reality people are asleep, and going through our lives day by day, we no longer have the ability to see what's in front of us. We no longer have the ability to discern truth from falsehood. So in this video, I intend to bring a lot of awareness to who we are as a people, human beings. And it's a tragedy to say this, but right now we're living in an alien world. We're living in an alien system. We're living in a world that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We're living in an anti-human world, a world that doesn't favor humans whatsoever. And in this video, I'm going to bring awareness to the effects this world is having on us, specifically our legs. Guys, I will say this, everybody's legs are being attacked. If you don't know it now. Your power resides in your legs. There is something very special about the legs of man, and that is why that is the target of a lot of warfare. They're targeting our legs, and in this video I intend to bring awareness. So thank you for watching. Once again, guys, let's enjoy the ride. Okay guys, so in this phase of the video, it's going to be low budget. I wish I could do a PowerPoint presentation, but I'm going to make use of the resources I have available. The universe provided this divine place, a lovely divine friend allowed me to use his laptop, so I want to show you a couple things to start this video off. How many people like this image I'm showing you? This is basically everybody you know in a nutshell. This is evolution as they portray it to be, and right now we clearly know where we are. We are here. Either you're on a computer with a fucked up spine, or whether you're fat still with a fucked up spine. But regardless of how you want to look at this picture, clearly we have strayed far away from who we are, and right now we just have fucked up spines and we're living an unnatural existence. Now, this really isn't the main picture I want to show you. This is the real picture I want to show you, so just hold up real tight. Okay guys, this is another evolution linear image, basically portraying evolution once again. Now, I really love this picture because it really sums it all up, guys. Basically, right now we are in a very fucked up position. If a human could do this, then that basically means that human is insane. That human has lost all knowledge of who he is. Now, this video we're focusing on what? We're focusing on the legs. And as you can see, this slide, the person's legs are very straight compared to the monkeys or whoever was coming before him. And I just want you to notice that the person's legs are straight, and just think now how many people you see in that position daily. It's all going to make sense, but I just wanted to show you this before I really go in with this video. Okay guys, so let's begin. How you doing, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming with me. In this video, we're going to focus on the knee chakras. We're going to specifically focus on our legs. And basically, we live in a society where you don't really see a lot of feet. You don't see feet at all. go outside, pretty much everybody's wearing shoes, and because of this, we are weakening our legs. We are making our legs less functional. So in this video, we're going to explore this in depth. So thank you for watching. Let's go on this ride. Okay guys, so let's talk about our leg chakras, specifically our knee chakras and the chakras under our feet. In society, as you can see, everybody's wearing shoes. Everybody is stopping their feet from being able to perform its function. Guys, we need to remember our body is one great hologram, and our feet is actually our brains. Our brains use our feet to be able to manipulate and to be able to produce more movements in their environment. But because we're wearing shoes, it's in turn closing our brains. We're stopping our brains from using our toes the best way it can be used. Our toes are to be used for our brains to be able to produce movements and so forth. And as we wear shoes day by day, we are retarding ourselves when it comes to movement. Now, one thing we need to know about our bodies is that our bodies is one great system. Every single organ has its own individual function, and in this video I want to speak about our legs. Guys, how do you stand? Do you stand like this? Do you stand with your knees locked? Let's talk about our knees, specifically our knees chakra. Right here, there's a chakra here that is meant to be engaged at all times. This is our knee chakras, and let me tell you what's going on. By me standing here, I'm experiencing a downward pull of gravity. Blood is being pumped by my heart right now, and right now my heart is pumping blood and it's going straight down to my feet. The thing is, with gravity has a downward pull. So when this happens, it's very hard for energy to be brought back up. So the way the body works is, the body got its own system called our legs, and we use our legs to counteract gravity, to use the pressure from gravity to pull the blood back up. And this is all used through valves, and your legs, you should just see your legs as a pressure system. And when you stand, you need to engage your knee chakras. Society, they kind of condition us to stand straight like this, but originally, at all times, your knees must be bent. You should get into the habit of standing like this. This is a more natural way to stand. I'm grounded, my knees are bent, and right now the pressure from gravity is sending the energy upwards. The blood is now going upwards to my higher chakras. Now, check this out. If I chose to sit on a chair like so, there is no longer pressure from gravity. Basically, my legs don't even exist anymore. My legs are just dead. There is no use for my legs. And now, it's harder for blood to circulate back up. I have noticed that this position makes it very hard for you to get rid of waste in the body. It closes you up, and it stops you from using your legs the way it's supposed to be used. Your legs is used for circulation. So instead of sitting down, I suggest either you squat or stand like so, with your knees bent so that blood can circulate up. Alright. I would like you to see something. We really need to be aware of this ignorance. So like I said, this is low budget. Sorry that it's not a PowerPoint, but I want you to see this picture, guys. Scientists tell you this all the time. We have very, very similar DNA to the simians in the jungle, chimps, gorillas, apes. We have very similar DNA to them, like 99% similar. But in this video, I want you to notice that basically the skeletal system, the muscles, is basically the same in both this human being and the ape. But I want you to take a lot of
I want you to look on how the legs are strikingly different. As you can see, the ape is very smart. He keeps his knee chakra engaged. He keeps his pressure system engaged. His legs is bent, and you can see how the muscles are developed. You can tell that this ape has no problem circulating blood throughout his system. But if you look at the human, not really as functional when it comes to circulating blood. The legs are way too straight. Let me see if I can get another picture, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, this is another picture. I just want to give you an idea on what happens when you straighten your legs. Like I said before, we're living in an unnatural environment, and by default, we have bad body language. We're communicating the wrong messages to our bodies, and this image really sums it up on what you're doing to yourself each time you stand up. Oh, fucked up there. Let me zoom back out. Okay. Now, if you look at these pictures, of course here, this image, the person is very open. The internal organs are open. The monkey is keeping his body in a position where the energy flow is circulating perfectly. Even still, even in this picture, even though the monkey chooses to stand to counteract gravity by standing, just look at that. Because the legs are bent, you can still see that there's a circulation. Now, guys, take a look at us. This is what we do every single day. Our bodies are too straight, and when this happens, you're communicating to your body to cut off all circulation, and you arrive at this. You arrive at people keeping their bodies like this all the time. There's people that work jobs, they stay in that position 8 hours a day. Something like staying like that will wear out your legs in no time. Somebody like this will oftentimes complain about lower back pain, neck pains, knee pains, or whatnot. But I really like this image because it really shows you what happens when you choose to neglect your knee chakras. Open, open, close, closed. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, so we need to see that the way society is designed, it's specifically designed to attack our legs. We're forced to wear shoes, and what this does, it closes our feet. And when that happens, our brain can no longer use our feet to produce movements. For example, our feet is supposed to be open. If our feet is open, that provides our brain with a wider range of motion, you know, a wider range of movement. But if my feet is closed, there'll be movements that will seem impossible to my brain because of the state of my feet. So, you know, in this society, we're forced to wear shoes, and not only that, look at this concrete. This surface is very, very, very dangerous for the knees. This surface is very hard, and to walk on this constantly every day, shoes can't help, you know. And oftentimes, when people get older, they always complain about leg problems. Either they have arthritis, knee problems. It always has something to do with the legs. Guys, it's because we're abusing our knee chakras. Society is training us to be lazy by nature. They want us to stand lazily. They want us to sit lazily. They want us to walk lazily. So this video, I'm just trying to bring a lot of awareness to the things that we do in society. And one thing, our knees are like shock absorbers. Each step, our knees are there to counteract gravity's effect. And each step, you're supposed to have bent knees. You're supposed to bend your knees so at the moment of impact, the shock can be absorbed. But if your legs are straight, each step, you're putting extra force on your knees. You're putting extra force on your legs. And over time, this takes about a couple years, a couple decades, the person will end up complaining about knee problems. If you take a look over there, straight knees.
As you can see, the legs are swinging and it hits the floor. Swinging, it hits the floor. We are not supposed to walk that way. At all times, we need to engage our knee chakras. So, how do we walk? To give you an idea, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I'm going to bring in an ancestor. I'm going to bring you somebody that will probably have a nice walking technique to show you. Now guys, I got this video I basically want to show you of some ancestors. It's a documentary about the Bushmen in the Kalahari Desert. And the tricky thing about these documentaries, there are some fake documentaries and there are some real ones. And what I mean by fake, a lot of time the people that do produce these documentaries, they really do tamper with these people. They have them walk in certain ways and act in certain ways in front of the camera, and the end product, you might look at the documentary, but a lot of it has been manipulated. But I like this documentary because it's very legit. And as you can see, not just in these people, but in most indigenous people, natural people, people that you find in third world countries, or people that you find in places that are not modernized, they naturally walk with a bended gait. They bend their knees as they walk. Before their legs touch the ground, their legs are slightly bent. Before they lift their legs off the floor, it's slightly bent. So I want to show you this scene real quick. Just notice how at all times their knees, their legs isn't completely straight. You can watch this documentary yourself. It's called the Kalahari. But just take a look at how their knees stay bent. You'll see it.
Miles of travel lie behind when Comcope happily comes upon a fresh spoor. It's the print of a gemstone.
Blah 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 blah.
Instinctively, a
bent knees at all times. Even as they run, they keep their legs bent. It's never straightened. You see that, guys?
Far rim of this pan.
Okay, guys. So once again, I'm gonna show you another example of how we should be walking opposed to how we walk now. And in this video, I got the most interesting example to show you guys. I don't care what your belief is, but what are we looking at? We're looking at a Bigfoot. You see how he keeps his legs bent? A lot of people are not aware of this video. A lot of people, they oftentimes see the picture of the Bigfoot, and not a lot of people know that this is actual a video. But guys, I don't know what your belief is, but this is the actual real Bigfoot caught on film. And I feel as though the government is keeping them out of our view because they don't want us learning about the other humans on the planet. But let me play it one more time. Notice how the legs are bent at all times, guys. Clearly this person is far superior at walking than we are at current day. And I just need you to mimic this more efficient way of walking. Okay guys, so this lags a sample. I want to show you a video of how modern humans walk. This video is a video, I know this guy's familiar to you guys. It's a video of George Bush and other guys in suits walking, and I want you to pay particular attention to how they lock their knees. They swing their knees and they lock it as they walk. Just take a look at how it looks. You see how the knees are fully extended at each step? That's very damaging for the legs. Very, very damaging. So we just need to be aware of how modern man tends to lock his knees as he walks, while our ancestors always walk with a bended gait. We, on the other hand, walk with fully extended knees. Thank you. What's up, guys? Once again, we here in the mall, and let's explore our knee chakras. Guys, because of shoes, our toes are closed. So this is something that I want y'all to start doing. I want y'all to get in the habit of toe balancing on your toes. As you can see, most of my body weight is being on my toes. And here, this area of my toes that is touching the ground is holographically connected to the head. My brain is getting stimulated by being in this position. My lungs is being stimulated, my heart, and so forth. Guys, I suggest that we start to meditate in this position. This position opens the hips. Not only that, it stimulates the knee chakras, it stimulates the lungs, it stimulates the brain. Basically, under your feet here, it corresponds to a lot of the organs up here. So this is a good thing for meditation. And if you do this long enough, it will be able to stimulate your feet so that it can open again. Another thing you need to know, like I said before, we use our feet for pressure to send energy upwards. And believe it or not, if you choose to keep your legs straight, you're really depriving your brain of oxygen. You're making yourself less able to access the faculties up here. Your brain needs blood. Your brain needs nutrition. It needs nourishment. And you stimulate your brain by doing this. This is the most creative position for humans. My spine is relaxed. My knee chakras is working. It's pumping up blood. And there is a supply of energy reaching my brain. But if I'm standing up, it will be harder for circulation to go up, you know. So you always got to engage your knee chakras at all times, and if possible, stand with a bent knee. So yeah, guys. So a lot of times, let me tell you what's going on when you choose to stand. When you choose to stand with your legs locked, you're basically telling your body, whatever's in my stomach or whatever's in my ass, keep it there. That is body language that you do if you do not want to take a shit, if you do not want to take a piss. Instead of opening up your excretory organs, instead of opening up all these faculties here by bending your knees, instead you stand and you are closing these chakras. You make it more able for your body to store toxins. You don't want your body to keep toxins. You don't want your body to hold shit in. So instead of standing like this, encourage your body by bending your knees. This opens up your gut. This opens up your intestines. And it allows an energy flow. Guys, your legs is a pressure system. And a lot of these animes and a lot of these movies, when they want energy, what do? They bend their legs. They use the force of gravity to pull the chi upwards. You can't ground yourself if your legs are straight. You need to bend your legs so gravity and the blood pressure can raise everything up.
Okay guys, this is a perfect example of pretty good body language. As you can see, the knee chakras are engaged, and in this position of the body, specifically around the abdomen, even down here next to the anus, there is an opening. If this person just finished eating a meal, for example, this is the perfect position where his body can utilize gravity, it can utilize circulation, it can basically utilize all the organs the best way it can. The energy is distributed evenly. The legs are doing this job. Can you do me a favor? Can you do the meditative pose a lot of people like to do with their legs crossed? Okay. Now, in this position, okay, no, perfect. Just keep your legs straight out. Straight out like that, yeah. Now, in this position, it's a very negative position. As you can see, the legs are locked. This alone stops the free flow of blood from going up to the spine. And not only that, if you take a look at the abdomen, there is a lot of closure. This position will make it very hard for your body to digest food because you're encouraging yourself to hold it in. You're basically telling your body to hold in this shit. This is also exactly what happens when you choose to sit on a chair. Can you do the Indian pose with your legs crossed? Now, a lot of people meditate in this position, you know, There's different ways you want to look at it, but to be honest with you, in the current state that we're in, the current state that our legs are in, we have no business meditating like this anymore. If you look, the legs are forming the X, and most people that do this position, they basically complain about their legs beginning to feel numbed out. This is because of the pressure generated by the ankles. This is body language. You're telling yourself to close the energy in your legs. And not only that, there is a lot of pressure on the tailbone. This doesn't really help Kundalini at all. A lot of people meditate to circulate the chi upwards. A lot of people meditate to spark Kundalini. But if you're sitting on your ass like so, you're basically stopping your legs from being able to propel the energy upwards. So can you show them the technique, the toe meditation? If you want to take off your shoes or leave your shoes, doesn't matter. No, you can take the bottle out of your hand, don't matter. Now, meditating like this is far more efficient when you want to utilize the powers of your body. As you can see, the weight is on his toes, and these points under his toes correspond to his lungs, his heart. All of the organs that you use for meditations are being stimulated. And by him balancing like so, he's able to put himself in a position where his mind is always challenged. It's a challenging posture to balance on your toes, and what you need is something to keep your mind active. Your mind needs challenges. You don't want to be lazy and just sit and meditate. You want to give your mind a challenge as you meditate. Look at this lovely, beautiful, strong God. Thank you for the demonstration. Okay guys, so a lot of people might be skeptical. Are we really supposed to keep our knees bent at all times? Does our legs really affect the function of our brain? Guys, it does. It affects our brain a lot. And we have not even begun to dive into it. But a lot of people complain. A lot of people give me messages. They say that I squat all the time. I squat, and the problem is when I stand up, I get lightheaded, I get dizzy, and then I fall. Guys, let's look at our legs. If you're in a squatting position, the energy distribution is very equalized, it's very holistic. But if you suddenly close your knee chakras, you're cutting all the circulation to your brain, and your brain and your spine is the first organ to be affected by poor circulation. So the reason why you feel lightheaded is because you're cutting off your springs, you're cutting off your pressure system, you're cutting off the energy from going up your legs. Now guys, we need to understand something about our bodies. We have feminine muscles and we have masculine muscles. Our bodies is androgynous, but we need to remember we have a masculine side and we have a feminine side. Guys, our minds are, in fact, our muscles. Our minds are in our muscles, and a form of control that they're using on the public is to keep people's muscular system in a weak state. If somebody has weak muscles, they will have a weak mind. And in this video, we're focused on the legs muscles. Guys, the masculine muscles of the body are all the big muscles you can think about. The muscles at the back, the muscles at the triceps, the muscles in the front of the thigh, the muscles in the calf. These are all masculine muscles. And when these muscles are weak, when these muscles are in a flabby, underactive state, the masculine qualities of your mind will be unactive. A lot of people have weak backs. That's why they can't really approach life the way they could. A lot of people have weak bodies. That's why life is really not the way it should be. So you need to focus on the root of the problem. Focus on your muscular system. Once you get that situated, your mind will then in turn change and assume the state of your muscles. Now, in society, they want us to have weak legs. In society, they want us to have weak legs. The way we stand is improper. The way we sit down is improper. And when you think about it, we can go years without actually using our legs. When you sit down,
like I said before, we're no longer engaging our knees. All of the weight is in our lower thighs. And this basically makes our legs timid and lazy. And over time, the ability to squat naturally is lost. A lot of people can't squat like this, and it's because of years of sitting on chairs and so forth. So, say no to chairs. Instead, squat. And if possible, stand with your knees bent so that pressure can be used to circulate blood throughout the body. You want to be in a video or something? Alright guys, see, people are attracted to the truth. People are attracted to power. We have a lovely goddess over here.
Hello.
And like all human beings, we're all attracted to the truth.
No, I'm just peeping you guys. I hear you speaking some knowledge, so I just kind of stopped.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No problem. What are you guys talking about?
We're basically talking about the legs.
Okay.
We're being trained to kind of use our bodies in the wrong way. If you look at our skeletal system, our spines is going through a lot of damage. And you wonder why. Why is it that when you reach 40, you complain about back pain, you complain about your legs? Well, it's the way we move our legs. We often, as you can see, how you doing, brother? We have the bad habit of locking our knees when we walk. And when we do that, there's extra pressure on the knees. Instead, you need to always walk with a bended gait. Your legs always need to be bent. We can stop it here, guys. Okay, guys, we're in the mall right now, and this is basically the perfect place where you can observe people stand, and you can really see exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, this guy is standing with his legs straight, and this is basically stopping a lot of circulation from going to his brain right now. If he was to be in a squat, he will be able to put his body in a more relaxed state, but because he's on his legs, because his legs are straight, he's stopping himself from circulating blood freely. These lovely people as well are doing the same thing. Nobody has their legs bent. As you can see, everybody's legs are basically straight. The guy to the left has his legs slightly bent, you know, but eventually, you know, it's going to be straight. And this is basically bad body language. Nobody taught us to keep our legs bent. Having fun, as you can see. Yeah, guys, it's everywhere. And being in this environment, seeing it everywhere, it kind of influences us to do the same thing, you know. But I'm telling you now, guys, you need to get in the habit of engaging your knee chakras. Bend your knees, especially when you're standing. Always encourage circulation.
Okay, guys, so I know this scene is a little funny. We got some ass in this scene, and you know, because of the mind control, because of the programming, there's a lot of people that might find this attractive. To each his own. Everybody has their own views on what beauty is. But on this particular video, I want to bring awareness to how our legs have such an important role when it comes to circulation, when it comes to waste disposal in the body. And we really need to have eyes to see what is going on. In this picture, there's a couple of things I want you to be aware of, specifically here. This woman, because of the way you can even see how her knees are, but because of the way she keeps her legs, she's basically communicating to her body to store filth. She's not giving her body encouragement to get rid of whatever it is that's inside her body. And it's ignorance for somebody to stand in this way. That is body language telling your body to hold in shit, to hold in the doo-doo. All that crap in your intestines, this is telling your body to hold it in. Guys, you need to engage your knee chakras. You need to engage circulation in your body, and you do this by standing correctly. Stand with bended legs. So yeah. Okay, guys, one more example. I do not know who this guy is, but he came up on the Google search, and as you can see, he has his legs bent. This position is a lot better than how the lady was. in this position, you're encouraging your stomach and all your internal organs, you're encouraging them to circulate, to open up, to get rid of the toxins. You're not having a tight ass. You're basically opening up your ass. See how his knees are bent? We need to get in the habit of standing like this, guys. So this is just an example, you know. Alright?
Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I intended on bringing a lot of awareness to the knee chakras, and guys, we have to put in the work. We need to get our bodies used to always having our knees bent. We need to always keep our knees in a bent state. Avoid straightening your legs. Avoid standing with straight legs. Try to keep your knees bent as you walk, as you run, and as you stand. I love you guys so much. We need to remember that our legs is a lot more significant. They're trying to make our legs weak by encouraging us to sit on chairs, by encouraging us to drive cars, sleep on beds, buses, and all that crap. It's our responsibility to maintain the functioning of our body, the healthy functioning of our bodies. So I suggest that you get into the habit of bending your knees. Not just for circulation, but also for detoxing yourself. By standing like that, guys, is very damaging for your spine. If you stand with a straight leg, you're putting too much pressure on your spine, and that pressure needs to be it needs to be evenly distributed, and you do that by bending your legs and standing like the way I showed you. So guys, it's all about body communication. We communicate with our bodies through our movements and our gestures. Through this video, I just wanted to bring awareness on how by us keeping our legs in particular ways, we might be communicating the wrong message to our bodies. So I hope now you can benefit from the information. Thank you for watching, guys. I never forgot about y'all. More videos to come. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you so much. Keep those legs bent. I love you.